So the market sold off quite aggressively on Friday. In today's video, we're going to discuss why and what to expect for next week. I'm also going to be discussing some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Y'all, let's dive into the charts. Right off the bat, we got the NASDAQ futures. All right, we're not using the spot, we're using the NASDAQ. All right, and so far, we're still bearish. Last week, again, I warned you guys. Massive move incoming. A very bearish video, which I'm going to pin at the top of this video. That way, y'all can go watch it. Support on the NASDAQ has broken. We are currently below 21,000. And I told y'all, if you break below 21,000, then there is a lot of room all the way down. All right, support is right over here, which is breaking down right now. And this is a descending triangle, which is quite clean. Something to look out for later this week is a CPI report. We're gonna discuss that in a later video, and it's going to move the market. I believe that the next report is going to move the market. But as for now, as the way everything is looking, even the weekly chart is looking like this. The trend is bearish. Don't fight it. It's been bearish since like the beginning of the year, actually. All right, and until it shows a sign that it's about to make a turnaround, we stay bearish. Okay, let's look at the VIX. Let's see. The VIX looks like that, like it wants to go back up to 28 bucks. It looks like it wants to go back up to 28. All right, that's all I gotta say about the VIX. Now, the stock that I believe, the stock for the video that I think is going to continue to do well, that stock is none other than CRM. All right, now last week on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure, one of these days, I gave you Oracle and I gave you CRM, and I told y'all it's either gonna play games and then drop later, or it's gonna drop immediately. For those of you who held puts, congratulations. This thing actually fell, along with the contracts on the stock that I was holding, which was Palantir. All right, so I had puts on the 8th going into Friday. Palantir was at 68, and I ended up selling everything, all of my Palantir puts at 8:45, like 50 minutes after the market opened, right at 66. All right, and this one also collapsed. I think it got more room down. It's not over quite yet. All right, the first target was 320 for CRM. The next target is, I would say, 308. All right, watch it for a drop tomorrow down here. Okay, plain and simple. Why? For those of you who missed it, there is a structure on the 4-hour that broke down in the middle of last week. I think in the beginning of last week, actually, right here. All right, it broke down, and this is pretty much what it's supposed to look like. A massive waterfall drop to the downside. All right, next, I mentioned Palantir and how I covered it for something better. All right, but Palantir, it looked like this. It's at 66 right now. I think it's gonna get to 60. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, so if you have puts on Palantir, you should be fine tomorrow. Those puts are going to go up in value. Yeah, that's my thoughts on this one is also the same. The next one to look for, I gave you guys Netflix last week. I told y'all that this is the calm before the storm. All right, before we get a waterfall drop. And then this will definitely have a waterfall drop on Friday. Okay, same thing, bearish into the week. Earnings is after inauguration. When we get close to earnings, I will talk more about it on what I expect the reaction to go, whether it is an IV crush or whether it like spikes or not. All right, but for now, it just looks like it's tumbling over, and there's little to no support in this region. Like the next level of support to watch for is all the way down here. All right, there's no support at all. Once that floor broke, it's almost just free fall. All right, The next one to look for, the next one to look at, let's look at the SPY itself, because the SPY committed on Friday. For those of you who have SPY puts, you should be getting paid tomorrow as well. This one has a bearish pennant, and like the Nasdaq, which has a descending triangle that just broke down today, this one had a bearish pennant that broke down on Friday morning, and it looks committed to the drop. That line right here represents a gap that's going to get filled, but QQQ has an even bigger gap all the way down to like 495, I think. Yeah. All right, so it has a gap all the way down here, that line 490. Let me remove that. All right, so that's something to look forward to. Okay, the next one, let's see how much time we have. Now, this is a quick video. It's pretty simple. Like all of these stocks that I'm gonna mention, I'm just gonna say I'm bearish on all of them, to be honest. Let's look at what's happening with the semiconductors. Apparently, this is the one that I was right about it, but I was wrong about it. Let me explain. I was right about the initial move up. We all made money on these SMH calls, which I showed you guys in, like, I think it was last Sunday's video. All right, the big push right here, we made money on it. I was wrong about this level, like that 120 level being the bottom. It's not the bottom. There apparently looks like there's another floor below that, and we're cracking below these lows. Okay, like next level to watch for that I wouldn't be surprised to see for AMD. It's all the way down here. Like, we have a lot of room down. Okay, so there's that level of support, and there's also this level, which is like really near. If you're right next to it, I don't think it's going to do much. Like, I think 111 is gonna get taken out tomorrow. I really think so. And then we'll find a bottom with this one around 100. So long-term investors, patiently wait. This thing is gonna start to slowly turn around. Like, I definitely think that this market sell-off and this dump that we're experiencing, I definitely think that it's not going to last past inauguration. Like, I think it's gonna stop probably by Thursday or Friday, and then everything is gonna start rebounding again next week. All right, but for now, again, for those of you who are bullish, stubbornly bullish, and do not have any puts on anything, you're gonna have to experience some pain. All right, it's gonna be a little painful, but just know that it's temporary, and that the market is going to eventually rebound very soon. But we gotta drop first. All right, we gotta drop first. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and yeah, that's the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Gumay at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.